Hello there, neighbors. Welcome to another Monday episode of the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. I am the heel that you love to hate, O'Shea Jackson Jr., a.k.a. Petty Guerrero. My goodness.
Hey, yo, it's me. It's the TWO, the JIGG2, Jiggy, TJ Jefferson. What up, though?
Yeah, man. How you feel, man? I like the shirt.
Oh, you like that?
I like the shirt.
First and foremost, want to, show some respect.
Yeah.
One of my childhood heroes, Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Jamal Warner, as we all know, passed away. So had to get that Gordon Gartrell shirt on, and just show love. That was a wild week last week. All types of 80s icons just gone, man.
Yeah. Where'd you get that shirt?
I think it was on TikTok shop, as a matter of fact.
Man, them people over at the TikTok shop got so much of my money. And it's because I do impulsive purchases.
Yeah, like this shirt. But I saw it. I had to have it. It was super necessary for me to get this shirt. But yeah, man, last week we had. Let's just talk about it because I know how you feel. It's been put out there. Last week we lost Malcolm Jamal Warner. We lost Ozzy Osbourne. We lost Hulk Hogan and Chuck Mangione.
Chuck Mangione?
Yeah, he also passed last week. You didn't know that?
No way.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Chuck Mangione?
Yeah, dude.
And I have to find out on my wrestling podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Bro. Feel good. No way. But I'm going to watch King of the Hill when I get home.
Why? He did the...
Chuck Mangione's all over King of the Hill.
Oh, really?
It's like a running thing. Like, Chuck is all over King of the Hill. That makes me sad. Oh, that's so whack. Yeah. I hate that I found out like this.
Oh, well, yeah. I didn't.
I appreciate that it came from you.
You felt a certain way. I would have
Chuck, bro.
Eased my way into it.
Yeah, it's been a couple records that changed my day. Shout out to Chuck Mangione.
Yeah, man.
But was it the 24th? It's the 24th, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes. All right. July 24th, 2025. Pro wrestler. Some might say the lead bassist of Metallica. Hulk Hogan passed away from a cardiac arrest. He was 71.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've said a lot, and God bless the dead. I had first blush when it happened. I was on Rich Eisen's show live on air, so I kind of gave, what I thought was the right thing to say at the moment, right? Which was I'm on a national sports show. I don't know if you guys know that. So, certain times you have to word things a certain way, because that is where your voice is going to these millions of people out in this world. So, I had to basically say things, what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
I had to toe the line professionally.
Yeah.
With what I was
saying. You on the ESPN. Yeah.
Okay. So, and there's a lot of comments that were made. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I will say this. A few weeks ago, I had this theory, this creative liberty about how Obafemi could be the guy who maybe takes out John Cena, makes himself a main eventer. The amount of comments that we got on that basically telling me that, a few people were like, oh, figures the black guy is wanting the black guy to have that position. Yeah. Then a bunch of people saying a black man will never be in that position to be the face of the WWE. So in that instance, I was too black. Mm-hmm. And then what I said about Hulk Hogan, I didn't just go on air and say, man, F Hulk Hogan, burn.
Yeah.
I tried to, choose my words carefully, try to respect the passing. And like I said, I have friends who were friends with him. Mm. And so I didn't want to, pour fire or flames on it. Mm. And then I got, I guess in the comments, I wasn't black enough.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I should go at this point. Obafemi comment was too black, Hulk Hogan not black enough.
Yeah.
Regardless. We all know what Hulk Hogan said. A lot of people are like, how can you still hold grudges against that? Like, look, you and I had this talk. Hulk Hogan being a racist didn't affect my everyday life one way or the other. Mm. Same thing like you said. Like, so yeah, if that's who you were, when the grass is cut, the snakes will show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that the grass is cut. That way I can see said snakes and I avoid them.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's it. He was huge in the world of wrestling, pop culture, and then also said some of the craziest, most hurtful things that you can think of. You want to talk about union busters. You want to talk about holding people down. All the negative stuff that you can think of can also be true on top of anything good you want to say. So, I said my piece on the Eisen show, and now I'm following it up and addressing the comments that I got. And just, yeah.
People know how I feel. So all I'm going to say is, TJ, that was well said, brother. And that's brother with an A, not with an hard ER.
Yeah. We leave the hard R's out.
They're going to be pissed at me for that.
Anyway,
Chuck Mangione died. That upsets me. We got somewhat to talk about today. We got to get down to SummerSlam. SummerSlam is this weekend. All right. It's part of the Big Four. It's now broken up into 2 days of wrestling. My goodness. And then still trying to figure out what TNA is going to do, TJ. And don't think I forgot the return of your Tribal Chief. Yes, sir. Box office. Sold out everywhere. You see it. Teaming up with his cousin again. Love that for me. But and then also today we're gonna do dropkicks. Doing dropkicks today, TJ?
Sure. We wanted to start something a few weeks ago where I had this idea where we just name various wrestling moves, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone kind of uses the same moves. And then we were going to just give our top 5 of the wrestlers that we feel execute those moves the best, the prettiest, the most efficiently, any way you want to put it. And today, at some point, I don't know where we're going to get to it, but we're going to discuss the drop kick.
Yeah, the drop kick.
And the performers that we think execute the drop kick the best.
It's our opinion. We'd love to see yours in the comments. You're going to give them anyway. So let's go ahead and get the conversation going. But first, TJ.
Yes, sir.
I got to talk about Chief. Chief back. All right. Roman Reigns. Chief back. And it was such a good moment because I was like, there's no way they're about to let him tsunami Jade and Punk. Because I always, I've said Raw don't end on happy notes. It just don't do it a lot. Raw rarely has a happy ending. And when I heard them drums, you would have thought Kobe hit a game winner, bro. And it's a, y'all see me get attacked right there? Anyway, 222. Tribal Chief coming back, box office. And what I love about the presentation of Roman is the following week on Raw, they teased that we're going to hear from the Tribal Chief the entire night. And it's just, when you are that big of a superstar, it keeps you locked into the TV through every match, everything. Because you're like, when is Roman coming? When is Roman coming?
That's good TV.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Good production.
You got to tease. And then, of course, Roman Reigns comes out. The numbers are completely against him. But Roman Reigns don't care. Roman Reigns got a Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns knowing I'm about to get jumped, but I'm not going to let you keep talking to me like this, Paul and Braun and Bronson.
You're going to talk to me like Willie Lump.
Yeah, you're not about to talk to me like that. So, he goes for it, ends up getting jumped. And then the new age version of the glass break. Uso! Jey Uso comes out, and it is just a bloodline reunion of the 2 biggest stars out of the stable. And we getting it. I'm happy to see Chief back. I'm really concerned about what does this mean for this briefcase, though. Like, we're seeing Bronson Reed kind of pose with the briefcase sometimes. Like, I can't really think of seeing Braun Breaker with it a lot. But yeah, it raises a lot of questions. I'm a little nervous. I know we've seen Seth hobbling around
He was here hobbling around.
Yeah, but Punk is in a world title match. And Seth Rollins not about to let that fly. And so there's still questions about that briefcase. And I think we're just going to have to be on pins and needles watching SummerSlam. But I want Punk to win the title.
I know you do.
I need that. Do you know the type of shit I'm going to talk? If he get that title, bro. If he get that title. And we have that title here. And you got it signed by Seth Rollins for me. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. It's right back there.
But it's going to look great to have CM Punk hit that up, bro. I need that.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people, even when when he guest hosted the Rich Eisen show 2 weeks ago, you know, like I gave you firsthand info of what I saw.
Yeah.
Leg brace on. Mm-hmm. Walking with crutches.
Yeah. Ouch.
Hobbling. Like I said, if Seth is faking this, if he's an actor, then he should change his name to Denzel Pacino because he sold me. You know what I mean? His name should be
Denzel Pacino's a crazy alias.
Denzel Pacino, you know what I'm saying? Daniel Day,
Daniel Day DiCaprio,
Daniel Day Bale, or whoever you want to call him. But yeah, so I mean, I got to take it for face value. I got to report to the people, you being the people, what I saw in front of my eyes was Seth with the brace on, walking around. Could this be a work? Listen, it's pro wrestling. Anything could be a work. If you're going to ask me, and TJ, are you 100% sure that he's really hurt based upon what you see? I have to go, I'm 99% sure. This is wrestling though, baby. There's always that one. And that's all it takes is 1% of doubt. Am I 100% sure what I saw was real? No, I'm 99% sure.
Right.
Bro. So I don't know. And isn't that what we love about this whole thing, man? Is that we just never do know. And that's kind of crazy. The man could legitimately be hurt. I listened to his voice. I read his body language. Seemed to me like he was hurting, but you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing in this new age of whether it be social media or, you know, the traditional media of television. But they know that they have to use that as well. So it is really good that he just so happened to be, you know, scheduled to host the Rich Eisen show. And it's just so happened to get a video and we post that on social media of him walking with his daughter.
Well, here's the deal. The fact is him hosting the show, that was set up back in January.
Hey, things just tend to.
So I'm pretty sure, and this is no disrespect to our show, but if they were going to set something up, storyline purposes, they probably would have put him on Pat's show. It would have made, you know what I mean? So yeah, everyone thinking that, it's just convenient. Nah, Seth was supposed to host this show months ago, and it just so happened that this was the time, and he was hurt.
Now, if there's anybody I trust, it's you, brother. And remember, folks, that's brother with an A. Not with a hard ER. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be on pins and needles. But what I do know is if Seth is back and Seth pulls a fast one,
you're going to lose it.
Chief here now. Chief here now. And I don't know if you remember, but on the No Contest Wrestling podcast, when we were, you know, doing the Royal Rumble, we kind of pointed to that title and was like, hey, would you ever? Any chance the fans see you get bored and go after that thing one day?
If we're trying to lift the value, you know what waist it's supposed to go on. So, yeah.
Like, how gangster is
damn!
It's a world title. Yeah. But if you want to elevate
he gave us 6 minutes of quotables.
Yeah. Like when he woke up, everyone else was effed. Yeah.
I love that I get to be in those edits, by the way.
Right now, I'm on my phone, and I'm not calling anybody. I'm just trying to pull up the SummerSlam card because I didn't write it down here. That way we can
I'll just text Triple H.
Go over this. Saturday night, we got a women's tag team match. We got Raquel and Roxanne. Roxanne. Roxanne and Raquel. You know how I feel. And they going against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Talk to me, man. What are you seeing about this? This whole... It seems as though with Charlotte getting booed in her return, unjustly, by the way, as you and I have talked about, they figured maybe the good way to get her some cheers and get back on the fan side is to team her up with Little Miss Bliss. And by the way, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
And the disdain, I think, came from you kind of threw her in to the entree without, working her way up through some side quests here and there, like there was no build up. It was like, oh, Charlotte's back. Yeah, she's going for the world title.
Yeah, but Shay, why does that
for
need
Charlotte
that? Like Roman Reigns walks into a restaurant, give him we're not worried about the appetizers. Just give me the meal. Charlotte Flair has earned that right. She shouldn't have to do side quests to get into a title.
I think what fans are remembering is the moment that Becky kind of became not necessarily the man, but this new version of Becky Lynch was because the fans had
a little Charlotte fatigue.
Yeah, Charlotte fatigue. And that has always stayed there because they haven't really made her do anything else. Even when she went away because of injury, she came back and she was right there again. So with the numbers that she put up, I think people still held on to that and they never cleaned their palate of that, like as a company. So now with this, they get to see Charlotte in a different light, which I think is good for Charlotte and it's also good for the division. But I'm always going to be Team Charlotte Flair. All right, I am second generation myself. I'm always going to be in her corner. And with that moment she had, wasn't that Evolution? The We Want Charlotte chance that she got and her getting emotional from it. That is such a feel good moment for her. And right now she's getting everybody back because we all love Charlotte. We all, when that music hit and we seen the road, we love to see the queen. And so now,
I don't think everybody, but
like now she's even getting
she's
them.
doing her job because shouldn't always have cheered her.
Charlotte was always put in a position after that Becky thing of being a heel. There's nothing else she could have been. Yeah. Like she was just the ultimate bad guy, and she took it all in. And when she went away, she didn't know if she was coming back. And when she came back, she thought the response would be different, but they still never cleaned the palate of that moment. And I think this is them cleaning that palate.
And while we're on Charlotte, and I think we've talked about this before, the most tiresome, the most lazy argument is, oh, well, she's only where she's at because of her dad. Right?
Yeah, man.
So if that was the case, right? If her last name was the reason, not because of her athleticism or how great she is in the ring, if it was simply because of her last name, then I have questions for you. Bruno Sammartino, arguably the greatest WWF champion of all time, right?
Yeah.
He had a son, David. David Sammartino wrestled. He ain't come close to being a world champion. Dusty Rhodes, legend in the game. Yeah. Before recently, Dustin and Cody, they weren't winning world championships. Look at their name. Their father was a legend in the game. You can go down the list of people whose parents were wrestlers. They all just didn't get world championships. They all just didn't get pushed. Yeah. Charlotte's in that position because point blank period, she's effing awesome. Good. She's freaking incredible. Yeah. We saw her at Fanatics Fest. We walked right up to her. We introduced ourselves, and I was like, it's funny. Somebody just asked me who my Mount Rushmore of women's wrestlers was, and one of them's standing right here. It was only me, him, and her. So guess who it was? No offense to you. It wasn't you. I didn't have one about Rushmore women's wrestlers. It was her. So we're both big Charlotte fans. I think she gets a lot of unjust hate. When you can think of the athletes throughout the years, Cam Newton's popping into mind right now because his name's in the news a lot. Cam used to always get this weird hatred that people had about Cam Newton, which to this day, they talked about the way he dressed and, kept talking about he didn't dive on the football. That was one play out of his career. Cam took a team with receivers that you and I may have been able to beat out on the depth chart to the Super Bowl, to the world championship of football. He got a lot of unnecessary hate, and I feel Charlotte, that also falls on her for some reason. But when you're really good, people do have a tendency to dislike you sometimes. So,
listen, they hate us because they ain't us, brother. And that's brother with an A. Not with hard ER.
The hard ER.
But yeah, and also, I'm a fan of the 5 Feet of Fury, man. Alexa
love
Bliss,
Alexa
bro.
Bliss,
Alexa Bliss, man.
yeah.
That's my dog. And
you
I
got real
popped at
happy
the
when
Rumble,
we
bro.
met her at
Bro, because Bliss, bro, she was so fun to hate when she was on top. It was just like you just wanted to shake her, man. She was just ruthless. And to see both of them kind of be reluctant at first, and now the team up is really working. WWE loves the Judgment Day. Who don't love the Judgment Day? Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest. But anyway, what I'm saying is WWE loves the Judgment Day. They just got them back shining on in all aspects with the titles. So, I'm questioning, especially the new Raquel. The new Raquel right now, after the Kevin Nash moment, she way to be coachable.
Yes.
Way to be coachable, man.
Or as Liv Morgan said, directable.
Yeah,
yes.
like, man. So, and we love Roxanne.
So for those who don't know, real quick, Kevin Nash put out a tweet that basically saying, Raquel, you are 6'1". You're the biggest woman, one of the biggest women in terms of stature and size. Wrestle bigger. Yeah. Wrestle like a big man. But a big woman. Man. She came out. She responded. She didn't get butt hurt. She didn't get in her feelings. She was like, all right, coming from Kevin Nash. And by the way, something else, let's put to bed. The whole stupid Kevin Nash tearing his quad to make this comment thing. Yeah. That is just so played out and so unfunny at this point. And people write it and act like, they just said an umfufu joke from Raw when that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not funny anymore, man, but people are still going to do it. But she listened, and there has been a difference in Raquel these last few weeks. Yeah. And it's very noticeable, and I guess in our eyes. Yeah, and she seemed, it's just different. Yeah. It's just different. And I don't know if it's in the cards to take a strap off somebody like that, or it might be time for her to get her own solo dolo around her waist. I don't think that'll happen because I think this story with the Judgment Day's pretty much got to play out until Liv gets back. Yeah, but I mean, is there a world where they lose these titles to Charlotte and Alexa, and maybe Roxanne is there to help Raquel get a solo, not the world title, but they got the Intercontinental in the US. So like maybe Roxanne is there to make sure Raquel is the one to get that solo title. When Liv gets back, it's like, so this is your girl now? Well, she helped me get this. You only had me walking around for you when you were the women's world title. So like, yeah, this is my dog now. That's some drama right there. Okay. That's some good television right there. So we're looking at Liv being a face when she comes back. Bro, Liv gonna be a face no matter what. Yeah, they love. Even as a heel, she was a face. So your prediction is for the women's tag team? I want drama. I want 5 Feet of Fury and the Queen to leave with some gold. Yeah, like I said, we know I love Roxanne and Raquel, but I think you're right. I think Alexa and Charlotte are gonna take the titles at SummerSlam. It's too feel good. Now, next up, we also got, might as well touch on this, Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Yeah. In the match. Mm-hmm. Both great guys. Have met them both. Met Karrion a few times now. And Kross kind of need this. He does. Kross kind of need this. I'm a little worried because, I'm not worried, but. You ain't got nothing to worry about, brother. I really don't. That's brother with an A. They're saying that he and Scarlett reports that they still don't have a new contract. His contract's coming up soon. So you got to worry there, man. What really is going to happen to Kross and Scarlett here? I think this will kind of tell you if Kross gets this dub, then maybe the future's bright. If he eats an L, it could be it here for him, But the fans are behind him. The merch sales prove it. I'm bringing in the dollar. Yeah, that is the name of the game. Whether we like it or not, as fans, you bringing in the dollar, it's hard to argue against that. Yeah, it's hard to argue against that. So, like I said, Karrion, the character, needs it. Robert, the man, we would love to see him continue to get on the rise a little bit. Sami, it just seems like he brings the best out of everybody he works with anyway.
And yeah, so that'll be
Sammy's
interesting.
going to be good regardless.
Sammy going Sam.
Sammy can take an L or two.
Sammy going Zayn.
Yeah, Sammy's going to be fine. I think I can speak for both of us. We like to see Cross pick up the dub.
Yeah.
In that match, just because I think he needs it.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Also, side note, because he had his nose busted open, and his woman grabbed his face, and kissed him, and all of his blood was on her face, and she licked it off.
Look, Scarlett's a pro. She knows what she's doing. You know. And by the way, low key, a lot of people might not know this because they don't give her a chance. If you get a chance, go to YouTube and look up some old Scarlett matches. Scarlett Bordeaux. Scarlett can go low key, man, and she just doesn't get the opportunity too much in WWE. But if you don't know anything about it, go watch. I think you'd be surprised.
All I'm saying is, Karrion, happy for you, brother.
Yeah.
And that's brother with an A.
Not an
With
ER.
a hard ER.
All right.
Now, what's next, TJ?
Let's look Randy Orton and Jelly Roll against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. That's providing Drew, who's apparently stuck over in Europe right now.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, I don't know if, again, we don't know what's real. Like, Drew's over supposedly in Europe making videos with cows talking about he don't know if he's going to make it back for SummerSlam. I don't know if it's a visa issue, a passport. I don't know what the deal is. I don't see any reason why you would make this up. Like, Seth being hurt, I guess I could see a reason why you might want to fake the funk. Yeah. This doesn't, there's nothing that this is going to add. So this might be real. Maybe Drew's really stuck over.
Yeah, bro. You better get your big ass in that water. But
the bone ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, that's good. I know. Come on now. What? But no, it's that is troubling. It's like, why? What would be the point of?
So that must be a real thing. Something happened. He got stuck over there. I'm sure he's gonna make it back. In time. But
or they just go jump Logan, which the crowd is gonna pop anyway.
But and I guess I got to be honest with this, man. Jelly Roll seems like a cool dude.
Yeah,
I don't know him. I just heard people say he's cool.
Yeah.
I just don't. When it comes to celebrities jumping into wrestling, I think my problem has always been this. As someone who my whole life I've had to argue and fight with people about pro wrestling. Well, you know what that's about, you know, all that crap. When you bring a celebrity in, right, who's not a wrestler, not in an athletic field, because if you're a football player, that might be different. Yeah. You bring a celebrity in not in an athletic field, and you let them go over a wrestler, a performer, like that is their job. To me, it made it harder for me as a kid to go and argue wrestling because someone else is like, well, look, Joe Schmo came in and he knocked out this guy. Well, you should not have celebrities beating pro wrestlers. I'm just sorry. Unless there's someone, you know, and like you could see Logan's put in some work. You could see Bad Bunny's put in work. Paul Walter-Hauser, he's putting in work. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just like there's no reason that Jelly Roll should be able to go with Drew McIntyre. You know, and that just comes from like, as a wrestling fan, like it doesn't make sense. How can Snooki from Jersey Shore come into WrestleMania and get a pin? Who'd she pin? Michelle McCool during that? Like that just doesn't. And that maybe that's just me. It just doesn't make sense. And I feel like it might hurt your performer by letting a celeb come. I know the clicks go up, the views go up, but you know, Floyd Mayweather beating Big Show, like how's that help Big Show? You're the largest athlete in the world, and the guy 5'6".
Hey, they jumped Big Show and he used brass knuckles. What you want the man to do, bro? What you mean? You let Floyd Mayweather use brass knuckles and his crew jump Big Show. He was whooping Floyd's ass.
No, I'm just wondering, did you ever feel that same way when it comes to the celeb factor?
Oh, let me tell you, bro, I hate these damn celebrities. I hope they... Sorry, I couldn't get that out with a straight face. But, yeah, like, I did the Chris Van Vliet show. Shout out to friend of the show, Chris Van Vliet. We're coming for you, Chris Van Vliet. But I just did his pod, and on there, he asked me if I ever wanted to do a match. And, you know, I obviously want to put the work in. And I said on his show, but I don't want the celebrity spot. I don't want that because there's always the discourse. that, wrestling fans just don't respect it the same way. And I am a wrestling fan. So I need my people to be like, he did that. He went there. He went for it. And so I would do a tour of a few other promotions before I would even go to WWE. With Jelly Roll, just like the fans that we are, he got bit by the bug once he had a little celebrity spot, that choke slam.
Which was nice. I can't even front.
Which was nice. And dude's got size and all that.
By the way, shout out to him for putting in the work and losing so much
100 pounds.
Too, man. Like
100, took 100 off.
Like I said, this isn't a knock on him. I'm just saying in general.
Exactly. But I just want those who are knocking him to understand these details. And the man took off 100. That's a feat.
At least 100.
Yeah. And so, when he had another spot and, he said that Triple H said, "You're looking real good, man. You're looking almost ready." And Jelly Roll said, "Match ready?" And Triple H responded, "Almost." And so he just wants that moment. And I do also hear the argument of taking a spot from superstars. But then where WWE covers its tracks a little bit is having a Drew, is having a Randy in the match, because if that spot goes to Randy versus Drew, nobody says a thing. So you include it in the match, therefore it's still happening right then and there. It's not going to be some 30-minute classic. It's not going to be beyond what could maybe happen. The size of Jelly Roll, not talking height. The dude's still a lot to handle.
Yeah, he's a big man.
To deal with. And when you have a veteran like Randy watching his back and things like that, I'm sure it's mapped out to be what it's supposed to look like. But it's not Jon Stewart coming in and messing up the world title. Yeah. He's going through the training that he needed to do, did the sacrifice needed in order to get the approval. And I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Snooki shouldn't have a WrestleMania victory. I love Jersey Shore. It's one of the greatest shows ever on television.
Right, shout out.
Jim Tan Laundry all day. What a country. But yes,
Cabs are here.
Yeah, Cabs are here.
Cabs are here.
Shout out to the Jersey Shore, bro.
Yeah.
I like that. I've rewatched old Jersey Shore 3 times in my life. I love that.
So you want a Jersey Shore fact? Because I know I always hit you with some weird stuff.
I need that.
Okay, years ago when Jersey Shore first started, right? It was the first few months it was on. A friend of mine, Brett Gursky, he brought all the kids. They were in town. Brett would, he was a host for various clubs. He hit me up. He's like, I got the Jersey Shore kids. I hooked them up with Ashton Kutcher. They came to his office. He did, before podcasting was a thing, he did a podcast with them. And like I said, Jersey Shore had been on for 2 months, I think, at that point. So Twitter was still, I want to say this is 09, 010. The situation didn't have a Twitter. I'm like, bro, you need to get on this. He's like, yeah, he goes, I don't have one. I know there's a bunch of fake, profiles of me.
Yeah.
So during that interview, I sat at my laptop and I made Mike the Situation's Twitter for him. It's the Situation.
Yeah.
I sat there, I set the page up, boom, 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 gave him the password and the login. So that's just my random connection.
I cannot wait to tweet this clip to him.
And also, he gave me a nickname that day.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
The Solution. The Solution.
Yo, shout out to TJ, The Solution. Bro.
And then he went on Conan O'Brien that night and gave him the nickname, The Solution. But he gave it to me first. I had it first, baby. I had it first.
Passing out nicknames like hotcakes. Bro, but yeah, man. Like I said, WWE is always going to be about, there's going to have a moment. Mick Foley was right here, and he told us that he lived for stealing the moment. Mm-hmm. And WWE gets these moments, gets these viral moments, and they also, at the same time, help out their friends. Jelly Roll has been a friend of the WWE for a long time. Give him do the rub.
Yeah.
What we gonna do? Nothing. But yeah, so shout out.
Like
Jelly
I said,
Roll.
it's just kind of like this weird thing I've always had with celebrities getting into the ring. But look, 15 years ago, if someone would have offered me the chance, I would have jumped at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I Show Speed, he had it right.
Yeah.
He got in, he got a little bit of offense in with help,
Yeah.
and then he just absolutely got busted in two by Braun. And like, think about if they would have had him toss Braun out or something. That would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, it would have been crazy.
What they did with him, that was perfection.
Yeah.
Have him get a little shine in, and then you realize, oh, I don't belong in here.
Yeah.
By way of me getting sawed in half. Then people forget, after the spear, Braun tosses him to Otis.
Yeah.
Otis throws him over his head onto the announce table.
Cut his leg open too.
So look, I think I Show Speed. He got the full
Got to earn stripes.
picture.
That was a stripes moment.
He did. It was like when Seth was beating Dom with the kendo stick. That was an earning your stripe moment.
Guy had that earning your stripes moment.
By the way, that's another clip from when Seth was hosting. He saw me holding the kendo stick. He goes, I got to be honest, that kendo stick hurts so bad.
Yeah.
So in case Don Bowie, who said this doesn't hurt, I don't know, man.
Listen, let me tell you something about Don Bowie. You're a wild boy. All right, we don't know what his pain tolerance is. All right.
Shout out to Don in the back.
Don in the back.
So who you got? Who you looking at in that matchup?
Come on, baby.
Matchup? Going for the feel good story.
Got to. I ain't lose 100 pounds to lose at SummerSlam. That sucks.
Right.
It sucks. I've been on my fitness tip so far, and I hate it. And I'm only down 15. 100?
Yeah, that's impressive, man. Shout out to Jelly for that, yo.
I know he's miserable at the house.
Plus, apparently, he's been living down in Orlando, working out the PC, so he's definitely riding around getting it.
Exactly. And Florida, all that good ass seafood.
Yeah, but it's hot and muggy down there too. So,
oh no, they can have Florida. I've been trying to sell that shit off for years.
Also, I just want to say this while we're here. Where is Shinsuke Nakamura? Can I be cool just to have Shinsuke Nakamura, my favorite wrestler? Could I just see him in the match on TV, do a promo? I don't care. That's just my little reminder that Shinsuke Nakamura works for your company. You might want to use him.
Especially with Seth gone now, you can give him his style back.
See, there you go. All right. Now let's go to the women's
I love that
match. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Shea Jackson, talk to me, man. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know who's
winning. But I tell you right now, the internet is going to be watching that match so unfairly close. Every detail, if one of these women hiccups, that's going to make news.
Right.
They are just locked and loaded. And both ladies need
that's
to.
a great picture right there.
TJ, please.
Saying it's a great picture.
It is a great picture. It's a great graphic.
You know what I mean?
They got the same hair. But so it is going to be the most scrutinized match of the night. I think both performers know that. And I think they're going to use that as a chip on their shoulder. This is their moment to be able to tell the internet to kiss their ass. And I do not know the direction that WWE is going to go. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of Tiff. I mean, she's had her, her TV moments. But it doesn't feel like, as much as they've lifted Jade and as much as Jade has kind of been showcased lately, especially with Naomi even having a world title of her own already before this even happens, but just something doesn't have that vibe of a passing the belt yet. It just doesn't. There's just something that doesn't have that push behind it where I think like, oh yeah, Jay got this. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like it yet. And but they've done great of showing Jade's dominance, showing that Jade is here to play. But I just don't know if it feels like this is a company that's pushing her to take this title.
Until about a minute ago. And by the way, just so you guys just know, anytime, when I said check out the graphic, just make sure you go to YouTube. You'll be able to see the graphic. You'll be able to see my Gordon Gartrell t-shirt. Let me just...
Yeah. To the listeners.
And that way you can see visually what we're talking about. Until about 40 seconds ago, I was ready to sit here and go, I think Jade wins the match. But after listening to you, I think I changed my mind. This Naomi thing can't be done. Naomi is just... Naomi's unhinged, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this. There ain't no way Naomi lets Jade Cargill win that. I got a feeling Naomi comes out, interferes with the match, and costs Jade the championship. Because it doesn't make any sense. There's no way Naomi's going to just let Jade win.
And then would that mean that Jade show up to a Raw?
Look, anything's possible, but I just now hit me. Naomi, there ain't no way she going to let Jade win. Then again,
Success.
I also thought that there was no way Jade would let Naomi climb the ladder and get the Money in the Bank briefcase, and she didn't interfere. Right. But Naomi's on a whole different level of petty right now, right? She's on her Tom Petty, her Richard the King Petty, you know, her super petty with a cape.
Right, Petty LaBelle.
Petty LaBelle. So if I have to make a prediction, I'm going to predict that Naomi somehow interferes, costs Jade the match, and Tiffany retains.
Yeah, and if there's plenty of whispers of what's going on with Bianca, you know, are we going to get to a point where, you know what? Now that you say that, on Twitter, I just saw Jade Cargill because Naomi had commented on something Jade said, and Jade said, and I quote, and I'm just quoting here, bitch, let it go. Like, move on, basically. Just tell her to move on. But you can't tell the champ what to do. And the champ not playing. So it's going to be something to watch. If Naomi does interfere, I can see Jade showing up to a Raw and jumping Naomi. And then we getting that for, that for a title match. And, there's talking about Naomi versus Bianca. So if Bianca were to fight Naomi, and then if Bianca were to get that big belt while Jade has the WWE title, can you see a world where Bianca and Jade are your world champions? And if not, so in a world where Jade and Naomi are the world champions, I wouldn't be mad at that either. Everybody knows how I felt about, rest in peace to the Cocoa Butter Avengers. But, I thought that was about to be our Black Lady supergroup forever. And now we're in a weird spot. See what they do. Either way, I think Tiff gets this victory. But that will not be the end of Jade Cargill in title contention by any means.
Okay, I think I'm with you. So you're agreeing too that somehow, some way, Tiffany comes out.
Yeah, but I will be happy to be wrong, brother.
Hey, yeah.
And that is brother with an A, not with an ER. Not with a hard ER.
With a hard ER.
Because we wouldn't do that.
No.
A hard ER?
NCW.
No. Brother with an A at the end.
All right. So now we'll save the championship match for last.
Yeah, as they do.
Let's go to the other tag team match where we have our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. 4 letters, 1 word, Jey Uso, and they're going to be taking on the Brawns.
Yeah.
Braun and
Bronson.
Let's talk about it. To quote my man Trick Willie.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Trick Willie. He ain't got nothing to do with this segment. I just like Trick.
Yeah.
That's a man. What are you thinking about this? I don't even need to ask you. People who watch this, you don't even need. You know O'Shea. I can already tell you what he's going to say. Roman's going to win.
Hands down. You think I just came back from having my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th child come here to all of this to lose to the law firm of Braun and Bronson? No way, bro. Paul Heyman, I get you. I see you there.
Roman got that look on his face like, yeah,
I won. Look at the smirk. Who do you think you are? I'll tell you. The tribal chief, bro. It's just that's too much. That's too much good on that blue side, bro. Jey and Roman, it's a wrap. It's over, folks. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
All right. So it would be easy for me to say, yeah, Jey and Roman.
Because you like being smart.
But I'll just say this. Based upon going back to our Obafemi video, what was the name that was repeated over and over and over and again in the comments where everybody told me I was wrong and it wouldn't happen?
No.
Braun Breaker.
No, I can't.
Maybe, somehow, some way, the Bronsons kind of would make sense for them to come out on top in this match, I would think.
It makes
By hook or by crook.
and they do have the numbers game. Paul is there.
Paul's there. Plus, we're all assuming that this group isn't the final form of this group, right? I fully expect maybe if Seth really can't go, maybe somebody else joins. Maybe there's another member lurking, hiding, waiting.
Yeah, because I mean the bloodline was Roman and the twins. And then Roman and the twins turned into Roman the
twins and
Sami and Solo.
And then Solo.
Yeah, so like they could be still adding. If they did, I would be annoyed beyond belief. I would be angry beyond measure. I might cause a couple of victimless crimes. But as it's laid out, I can't go against Chief in his first PLE back.
Okay.
Chief, stop it, bro.
I then, just for the sake of argument, and the sake that this faction still needs to kind of have a mark made, especially with Seth not there, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say somehow, some way, Braun comes out with the dub in this match. Not saying I want it to happen. Not saying I don't want it to happen. I'm just saying for storyline purposes and everything else, I think maybe they should go over right here.
All right, man. I almost called you a slur.
But not with an A.
No, but with an A.
But with an A.
With an A.
Not an
not
ER. Because that's not what we do here.
It's not what we do here.
And now.
Oh, man.
The main event.
Yes, sir.
Let's get ready to wrestle. We have for the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther, the ring general, Gunther, taking on Charles Montgomery, Cookie Monster, Chicago-made chick magnet, Punk, guest number 001 on the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah!
Holla back.
Come on, man.
What we looking at here? World Championship match.
Yeah, like I need Phil to do this. I need Phil to do this so bad because not only is there all the whispers and the talks of the Seth Rollins thing, and everybody knows how I feel about that, and Seth has caused Phil some title opportunities like he did against John Cena and all them. Then he might have cost Seth some opportunities as well.
You think?
Stop being so biased. It's an argument. It's an argument.
So biased. You can be a little biased.
But so everybody knows I got to go for Phil, man. That's my dude. I need to see him with a title on this WWE run, especially against a discourse from another brand. I would love to see it. Oh, man. I would just get such a good kick out of that on Twitter. But, I got to go with my dog, CM Punk, Wakanda Forever. I mean, I know it's the same thing.
Where am I at right now, man? I am not sure where I'm at with this, Shay. I think bottom line is Gunther, they just put the belt back on.
Yeah.
I don't think you can hot potato this world title like this again, man. And I think strictly for that reason, I feel as though somehow, again, he's going to get the dub. Someone's going to come in and mess with Punk. I don't know if it's the Braun and Braun. I don't know if it's Heyman. I don't know. I don't know who. But I just feel like there's going to be some type of, to use a Bret Hart word, a schmoz going on. And I feel like Gunther is going to retain this title. Not saying I want Punk to lose because, I love Punk. But I don't know if taking the title off of Gunther right now is the right thing to do.
Hold on 1 second. I just need to check some math.
Checking his math right there.
June.
But who knows? Like, it's going to be a feel-good thing if they close the show and Living Colors playing and Punk's holding up that world title. But I just don't know if that's what we're going to get.
Listen, okay, so that's Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That will be 49 days after Jay lost his title in 51 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just the right amount of time. I think that's perfect. So I got to go Punk. Once again, if Seth is faking the funk, or if he makes a call like, hey, yo, Braun Breaker, I need you to use my suitcase and I need you to stop Punk from getting that title. Then what? If Seth is like, I need you to do everything you can to make sure that title does not go to Punk and cause Braun to use the briefcase. I've only seen one time where the winner of Money in the Bank wasn't the one to use the briefcase because for whatever reason they made Otis win just for him to lose his briefcase to Miz, which was crazy, by the way. What a weird thing.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah, like that's we got to make a graphic for it, but let me have this again. Wasn't that weird? Wasn't that weird for Otis to get the briefcase fair and square, and then has to have a match where he loses it,
and then Miz cashes in and becomes champion?
Wasn't that weird? We got to get a wasn't that weird graphic going one of these days. But, you know, Don Bowie, a wild boy.
Don will probably pop this up in a second.
Right, exactly. Like, how do you spell wasn't that?
Wasn't that weird?
Wasn't that weird? But, yeah. So, it could be a number of things. It just doesn't feel like every time I've seen Punk get close, BS follows. And BS has changed its initials to SR. And I just
So you're picking
picking Punk.
Gunther to win.
No, I'm picking Punk because I'm listening to my heart.
Listen to your heart.
But I have a quote. If the heart ever had a good idea, they'd probably call it the brain. And my brain is telling me that something's going to happen to screw Punk. But please let my heart win this one.
So you're picking Gunther to win this match.
I will, on the record, I am picking with my heart, and I'm picking CM Punk against my better judgment.
All right, cool. Bet. All right, Sunday.
Sunday.
Let's move it. We got the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, yeah, brother. Freak out. Yeah. We got Dirty Dom Mysterio. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Dom. Yeah. Against the phenomenal AJ Styles, brother. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they got to keep AJ happy as much as I would not like that. By the way, can we talk about my dog? Dom Mysterio had them screaming like he was John Lennon.
Just your dog? That's my man too.
All right, bro. So you can say that.
I'm just saying.
I'm getting like a little
individual. Why
I'm
can't it
getting
be
like
us?
a little speech off, bro.
All right, I'm gonna shut up. Then.
All right. They had Dom Mysterio come out to AAA, and they screamed for him like it was the second coming.
Right.
All right. When he pulled that off, and the lady saw the mullet. Women fainted. There was gambling in the streets. It was getting crazy in there, bro.
I heard a few babies got made that night.
Yeah, it was getting crazy in there. The man was a megastar that we know he is, and kind of threatened somebody over there for their title.
Yeah.
So I would love the Dom, the 2-belt Dom, the double title Dom, whatever you want to call him. But I just feel like they want to keep AJ happy right now. And AJ, just like a Nakamura, has been a little, where you at?
Yeah.
And remember when AJ returned, we was like, yo, AJ yoked.
Yeah.
AJ's yoked for that Cody match in France.
And that fan response in that that match was
la 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 la
phenomenal. He is phenomenal. And the way the ring was just
the camera was
shaking.
Yeah, so
and then AJ didn't know. You look at the look on his face. He didn't know what they were chanting. He didn't know how to respond, and the crowd was just like, "That was a dope moment."
Yeah, shout out to my dog, Hang 'em High. Hang 'em High was in the building that night. The master of the Sonic rings. They steal your memes all the time. You got to get some money for it. But so shout out my dog, Hang 'em High, from France. And yeah, bro.
So you're picking AJ.
Gotta go AJ because Dom got the group. Dom got the ladies. Like how Godfather said when he had the Intercontinental title, you don't really need it. You a star without it. Mm-hmm. We need somebody who's going to bring it a little, to give the title a little nudge. And I think that's AJ. I think that's AJ Styles. And especially because they got Dom. They've had Dom cowering all, the last month or so. And but Judgment Day does have the numbers game, but I'm going to pick AJ Styles.
And of course, we know, obviously, if the match is going on, that means Dom has been medically cleared, which he wasn't to start with.
That's a valid point, because how dared you question his medical record?
Yeah, I mean, you're not a doctor.
Who do you think you are?
And you don't play one on TV, but the paperwork says so. Listen, here's the deal. Judgment Day got the numbers. They got all the gold. Dom with that pop that he got. And if you haven't seen it, you could probably check it out online. Dominic Mysterio at AAA. That being said, I don't see Judgment Day allowing. How are you going to let your top champion in Judgment Day? He's the only one who's got a singles title, 2 tag team champions. How are you going to let your singles guy lose his belt? There ain't no way.
Because Finn a hater.
Well, that's okay. Now, that was going to be the second part. Right? Since you took it. How is it going to happen? Well, maybe Finn has a little bit of jealousy, but the fact is Finn's got a title. So I think he's good right now.
Yeah.
I just don't see Judgment Day allowing Dirty Dom to lose. So I'm going to pick Dom to go over in this match.
I see a world where, my man Finn Balor, he might make a mistake. It's not.
That's also
purpose.
possible too.
It's not on purpose. I tripped on my way to stop that count, bro. I'm sorry. These titles are heavy.
And by the way, that's not out of the realm of possibility either. Something like that could happen.
Just saying, man.
I just kind of feel like, I think the women's tag maybe give us an idea of what's going to happen. Like if Raquel and Roxanne, if the hard R's, if they happen to lose, then it would, like, are you really going to take all the belts from Judgment Day once you just gave it to them? I don't see any reason for that to happen right now. So kind of feel like Dirty Dom's going to take it. And also because, like you said, he has been cowering over AJ. Yeah. What better way to kind of establish him to go like, you faced your fear and you beat this dude. So I don't know. Just a thought. Let's look up the U.S. title match now. Solo against Jacob. Solo Sikoa against Jacob Fatu. What you got?
Solo. They're stacked.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it right now. You've got Solo with the MFTs or whatever, My Family Tree. Yeah. You've got Tala Tonga, you've got Tongaloa. Yeah. Tama Tonga, there's probably your return that's going to happen. Tama Tonga comes back, does something. You can almost predict
then
this.
They go sell you another shirt.
Jacob's probably going to be on the verge of winning, and here comes Tama Tonga back out, and plus you've got JC Mateo. So just the numbers game is going to make it very hard for Jacob to regain that title.
For anybody, even the Samoan werewolf, fighting a pack of wolves is hard to do.
Yeah, so until he gets some backup. But he's got Big Jim, right? Yeah. So Big Jim's on the side. We'll see how that plays out. But even so, the numbers game is so on Solo's side. But
oh my God.
So
we getting it again, folks. You got Roman and Jay, you got Jacob and Jimmy, and you got Solo tripping. Oh, I'm going to San Diego. I
will survive.
Oh, man.
You're getting ahead of yourself to Survivor Series. We're still on SummerSlam,
TJ, I was blind, and now I see.
Yeah. Yeah. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but that's Survivor Series. That's a little preview for you. All right, so we're both thinking Solo's taking the dub in this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move over now to the Intercontinental Champion, Big Time Bex.
Yeah.
Against Lyra. I'll give you a little. I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. A few weeks ago, like I said, when Seth was co-hosting, it was right after that Monday where Becky came out wearing yellow and red, right?
Yeah.
And I say to Seth, she should just lean into this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, we need to see some Beckamania Running Wild t-shirts. Becky Mania. Now, I would say right now, we probably won't get those shirts because I don't know if it's a good idea. But I just wanted to throw that out. So if you see those shirts, just know that your man may have suggested it. But I don't know where you go with this one, man, because Bird Lady, man, I told you, I was a fan of Lyra from day one. I never even seen her wrestle. It was the vignette. And that's why vignettes and introductions of wrestlers can be so important.
How about that?
How about that? You show me a video of someone I'd never seen before, and I instantly became a fan. That's what happened with Lyra. I love Lyra, bro. I do. But this is, man, Becky low key. And I said this to you on the phone the other day. And I want everybody to kind of pay attention to this. One of the, I think, underrated feuds right now in wrestling is Becky Lynch against the metal detector at the beginning of every low key, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but just watch almost every time they show Becky coming in, something happens with the metal detector that she goes through. Like the light comes on and she looks at it stupid. Yeah. Or there's always just little things. Now that I said it ain't going to happen tonight.
Of course.
But you've paid attention. You've seen it.
Yeah. It's going to happen, bro. They not watching us. This won't air till 6, 7.
Yeah, so Becky against Lyra, I just feel like Becky's still the man, and this is still her time. And I do love Lyra, but we also got to take Bayley into consideration. I feel like, we're going to have another run in. I feel like Bayley is going to cost one of these two women the match. I think that's, I don't want to say it's pretty obvious, but that kind of, to me, that seems where this is going.
Bit of a given. And
also, I'm gonna pick Becky to retain.
Yeah, and I've really started to really appreciate Lyra after that Money in the Bank, the spot she was taking, and Zoe. Man, Zoe, I hope you're doing well right now. But Zoe started. I became fans of both of them after that Money in the Bank, and yeah, it just kind of feels like there's a side story happening between Lyra and Bayley that makes me, once again, the same thing that I felt with the Tiffany and Jade match. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't have that changing of the guard feel of a match. Yet. Yeah, so I feel you with the Becky pick.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like I said, shout out to Lyra, though. She's, and what I said when Becky first came back and people were complaining about her beating Lyra, Becky Lynch and now Bayley, they've elevated. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about people making the next generation of stars. That obviously Lyra has put in her own work, right? Yeah. She's a very talented performer, very good at what she does. There was a little bit of, I guess, personality lacking there. Seems like Becky has bought out a full new personality of Lyra. Now Bayley's in there helping her. They are building Lyra up to be a star. And, her time it's coming. She's going to be one of the best for a long time. So, shout out Lyra. You'll be fine. I ain't worried about you. Naomi.
Yeah.
Women's world championship match. Boy. Naomi versus Io versus Rhea.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man.
Come on, man. I got to proceed with caution on that one. She just got that pretty thing. And I don't see her losing.
Yeah, unless you want a riot on your hands, unless you want no contest to come to the offices and move some furniture. I know how this match better end.
Yeah, dude, it's got to be Naomi. It's got to be Naomi. I just don't see a world where it's not, and it's because of she's doing the best work of her career right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, and not just on camera, not just what we see, but what we read. Yeah. The Twitter game is so amazing. Like I make it a point just to check her Twitter. Like she'll say some stuff like, if you don't say hi to me by 9, like if you don't
made the list.
And that's just little things, man. And then you see her riding around her little scooter with her suitcase thing and snatching bottles of water from craft service.
Yeah,
it's just little things.
Too much
man.
Entertainment happening.
She's so good right now.
It's too much entertainment.
And again, I know I said this before, but I think at some point, maybe this week, we'll talk with the group. We got to get that 20-minute Naomi interview out because I rewatched it before the power went out. It was really good. Like I said, it's a little bit old because she cashed in the briefcase, but she deserves it. Her fans deserve it. I know they've been asking on Twitter for it. So we definitely need to get that out. But I think Naomi's like in her moment right now, man. And you don't dare mess with someone's moment. Things are clicking.
Yeah, things are clicking. Things are moving on all cylinders.
I think Rhea is at the point now where the pop she gets is so ridiculous that Rhea, she don't necessarily even need the title.
Bro, Rhea could have a segment where she's watching somebody talk and get a pop. Mm-hmm. Not say a word. She is
People love her.
Man, she's scorching right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
I'm always gonna love EO.
I mean, now that I get to that one,
Yeah.
you guys know how I feel about EO, Sky. Seth Rollins found out. He was like, "Oh, you like EO?" And I was like, "EO!" Yeah, you guys know EO's already proven she's one of the best in the world. So I don't think she needs the title right now. I think all things considered, I think this is going to be a banger of a match. Maybe not quite as great as the WrestleMania triple threat match.
Yeah.
But I feel when it's all said and done, Naomi's probably going to come out on top. And then we're going to France. We're going to get Naomi against Stephanie. Because Stephanie won that Battle Royal at Women's Evolution. So remember, that's what's coming next.
Right.
Unless, now I don't see Naomi losing, but unless they want to try to finish the EO Stephanie thing, because we haven't gotten a clear-cut winner. But I kind of feel like what would be kind of funny is if they just keep giving EO and Stephanie matches throughout the next year or so, and you never get, there's just something weird happens every single time.
Every single
time there's not until we get like a WrestleMania type match with those two. But yeah, shout out to Sister Trin, man. I'm going for Naomi too. And as you
Jade got something to say.
That's true, because if Naomi costs Jade on Saturday, this Jade, like, I don't know, man. This is,
see.
Like I said, this is good. This is, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's quite frankly why we watch.
Yeah, man.
Next up,
but much love to the sisters.
Yeah,
and that's sisters with an A, not with a hard ER.
Because
we wouldn't do that.
We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't not the hard ER.
No,
that's not what we do.
It's not us.
Next up, we got that World Championship match.
Yeah.
John Cena taking on Cody, Raheem Rhodes.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. What are we seeing here? Cena, is it over for Cena yet? Is this it, or is Cody taking this belt back?
I am listening to my brother Chris Van Vliet.
Okay.
And I'm going with Cody.
What?
Yeah, I think it's over.
Really?
You made him fight 3 times, and Cody lost 2. So, again?
What's 3? Seth lost 3 times to Cody.
I wanted Cody to lose. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. WrestleMania 40 happened. You all were very happy.
So you got your joy.
Yeah, Cody winning.
You really think? Okay.
Yeah.
It's another one, man. Okay, here's the deal. I was just about to say they got to send the crowd home happy on Sunday. But to a great group of fans, Cena winning would make them happy too.
Yeah.
Because even though he's the heel, he's still getting cheers. There was a little clamoring online about with the contracts. First of all, the whole contract signing. What was that about? Cena's exhausted. You'll get your match, but not now. Like, that was kind of like weird. And then how Cody responded. They're making fun of the way Cody did the splash.
Yeah.
But he had to do it like that because he had the contract
the
in
boy
his
hit
hand.
him with that sting splash.
Right? So he had to control the like, I don't know why people didn't get the way why he splashed them the way he did. Made Cena sign the contract when he's knocked out.
Yeah.
Man, Shay, I don't know. My initial thought was Cena goes over, but now, like, I don't know. But because
I'll tell you the one thing that would change it.
What's that?
And that's only
Because that's the one thing
that
can
waiting
change everything.
Everything.
When it's all quiet in your hair,
bro, that is the only thing. And we have been waiting for this noise since WrestleMania. For those who don't know, that is the split second beginning of The Rock's entrance music.
3, 2, 1.
And like when you hear that, it's just a natural pop that happens. So if there's a point in the match where it looks like Cody's about to get the job done, and then suddenly, then it's over, bro. Like, it's over. That's the only way John getting out of there.
All right.
But there's been no whispers.
Yeah,
there's been nothing.
Yeah.
Somebody put out a fake thing. I don't know if it was fake. I didn't do my research. But that The Rock had posted something. And I never saw traction on it again, so that's why I thought it was fake. But that is the only thing I can see helping John, because it definitely ain't Travis Scott no more.
Yeah, right. Because you're picking Cody, I guess I'm just going to take the opposite end. I'm going to stay with Cena.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick John to go ahead, retain that title, and we'll see where this goes. I'm taking John. You're taking Cody, and that's it. That's our SummerSlam preview, man. How about that?
Yeah.
I think the way you and I book this, if it comes to fruition, this is going to be a good card. This is going to be a good 2 night.
It's a lot of possibilities that can happen,
right?
man.
Anything can happen.
Anything
and
can happen.
you're always going to have the random run in, the random hill turn.
Yeah.
It's
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, something weird is going to happen.
We're not talking fast lane here, folks.
Yeah, this is one of the big foe.
Yeah,
okay.
like this
on to Trey.
Something got to happen to steal the internet.
I just said undo Trey Uno. I said that. I went back to 1. I ain't mean to.
I called Stephanie Vaquer Primavera.
You did.
I ain't trying to hear nothing. All right, I'm happy for you, no matter what.
All right, so that's a SummerSlam preview. Remember, you can watch everything on our YouTube page. And before we go, it came up with this idea, because so many moves in wrestling are used by so many different wrestlers. And the thought was, man, well, who does these moves the best? Who uses the move the most effectively? Who do we think looks the best? Whose move looks the best? So we decided that, going forward, we're going to pick a move maybe every week, every now and then. And we're going to give 5 wrestlers who we particularly enjoy, who we feel does the move most effectively or looks the best, or whatever the, definition of it that you want to use. So today's move is the drop kick.
Yeah.
So O'Shea Jackson, let's talk about the drop kick, man. Who do you like? Whose drop kick are you a fan of?
Now, we have 2 people, or two same guys on our list, so we should just knock those out.
Knock them out. Right?
Yeah,
you give the one, I'll take whatever the other is.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Randall Keith Orton.
Ooh, Randall.
Now, Randy Orton is, and I've spoke to him about this. He's been an inspiration for me, as a number of wrestlers have been, of somebody who, took on the family business, went on and took the family name to different heights. And it's just something that I aspire to do with my film career. And then when I see people do it, they naturally become somebody that I look up to. And Randy just got it. He just got it. The it factor, the athleticism, the look, the charisma. And that drop kick it's just one of those moves that, you got to know the fundamentals, and that young Randy drop kick, bro, that the height on it, everything about it. So Randy Orton's on both of our lists.
Randy is definitely, but at 280, 290, Randy isn't really throwing that drop kick right now as much as 240 pounds. But he did the elevation and everything. It was really nice. And another guy that you and I both had or have on our list, man, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
Drop the coin.
The AEW Unified Champion.
Yeah.
Like I said, we didn't love the name, but the belt is beautiful. I got to see it up close. That belt's amazing. And Okada, he's simply like the perfect combo of great execution and timing. If you watch enough New Japan matches, I don't know if they really hit it the way in AEW, the way New Japan does. But when Okada hit the drop kick, it was something that was built up throughout the whole match to him to get to that point. And everything about his drop kick, the elevation, the way his body like horizontally is just perfectly straight, the power that he uses.
Could have been his logo.
Could have been his logo, exactly.
Could have been his logo, because when he kicked Speedball out the air,
that was just disrespectful.
That was crazy.
But yeah, for him, it's just like, it's always like the drop kick comes at the right moment in the match. And like I said, Okada is quite frankly one of the prettiest out there. So Randy Orton, Kazuchika Okada are on both of our lists.
Okay, now somebody who I feel like doesn't get a lot of praise, but I will say that this dude probably had the prettiest drop kick I had ever seen. Shout out to Maven. Maven, bro. Nice. Maven had a sweet ass drop kick. I think he used it to eliminate the Undertaker.
Oh, he drop kicked him in the back.
To eliminate the Undertaker in the Rumble, which was a huge moment, but for the character, a terrible decision. But yeah, because Undertaker did not like him after that. But yeah, bro, shout out to Maven. Nasty drop kick. So salute to you, sir.
Nice. I do like Maven. It was a good
Yeah.
one. Here's another guy. This dude, very underrated performer out of TNA. We got to meet him a few times. But his drop kick is a thing of beauty, especially when you consider the size of the man and the form, the execution. Moose.
Yeah.
Moose in TNA.
Yeah.
I think Moose has one of the best drop kicks out there. Just like I said, just the size of Moose, the execution, the way it looks. I put his drop kick up there.
For somebody who don't like heights, he get up.
Right? That's for sure. So shout out to Moose.
Now, when I think of kicks of any variety, I got to think of Mr. Monday Night. Rob Van Dam.
You didn't do it right.
I'm sorry,
Let's
bro.
get it
But
right.
I mean, I had my eyes closed. Rob Van Dam. Yeah, bro. Rob Van Dam, bro. He's my king of kicks, and that's somebody we got to have on because like X-Pac, he also had that reverse.
Yep.
So I know you done caught a few people, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You done caught a few people.
And from what we know about Rob Van Dam, if he did catch him, there wasn't nothing they were going to do about it.
Yeah.
Because
Rob
was a real one.
Leave that boy alone.
Rob was a
Leave
real
that
one.
boy alone.
Yeah.
So I got to have Mr. Monday Night, bro. Rob Van Dam.
You know a dude's bad when he goes up to someone in the locker room and basically says, pick which hand I'm going to punch you with. Because he I don't know if you know that story. Right or left.
That's crazy. If you like, I'm going to just use only my left.
So my next pick here is a tag team.
Okay.
2 guys.
Okay.
Because how many people use the drop kick as their finisher? There's only one I can think of. That's Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express from back in the day. They really got busy in the 80s, the Rock and Roll Express and NWA wrestling. Some of the greatest tag team matches of all time. Rock and Roll Express against the Midnight Express, against the Russians, against Road Warriors, against the Four Horsemen, Ole Anderson, not even Ole, I'd say, but Tully and Arn or so. But yeah, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson used the double drop kick as their finisher. So of course I had to put them on because, it was a thing of beauty and it won them multiple tag team championships.
Absolutely. You always are good. And I know your picks, but you're always good at the throwbacks. Always good at the throwbacks
Because history, man. We're at a point in life right now where kids now they want to act like Michael Jordan wasn't the GOAT. They want to act like Eminem wasn't a good rapper. They want to act like all this stuff, and it's like I feel like we're almost gatekeepers and historians at a certain age. You have to be able to remind people that what you're seeing today is awesome, but there was, that today came from somewhere. And that's like what I love to do and you love to do, like to show love to some of these old school wrestlers, man, who, really were the ones who got me into wrestling.
And that is where the balance of our show comes together.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. If you guys couldn't put it together with the balance of the show was. But as you guys know, when we do these lists, my last pick is always a little controversial. It's always a little like, all right, I'm going to give him that one. I'll give him that one. But I got to go Shane O'Mac. Shane McMahon, bro.
Shane?
Bro, that WrestleMania 17, him versus his father, he placed that trash can on his dad and went coast to coast. I remember as a kid thinking, there ain't no way he's about to do that. That's so far. And he hit that and coast to coast.
It's a drop kick.
Yeah, okay. That's a drop kick, bro. I got to go Shane on that. Shout out to Shane. We'd love to have you on, Shane. I would love to get a second generation conversation. Third generation. Yeah, third. I would love to get a generational conversation with you, Stephanie, as well. But Shane O'Mac, bro, you are in my Hall of Fame drop kicks, man.
Okay. And that came out of nowhere. I like that one. Yeah. For me, it's a guy who I just, those that know, this dude was one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
Everything he did was crisp.
Yeah.
Everything he did was technically sound. Everything he did was pretty. I think you could dare say everything this guy did was perfect.
Ooh!
That is Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Go back, watch a Mr. Perfect drop kick. There was nothing the man did not do. First of all, his name wasn't Mr. Average.
No.
Okay, his name wasn't Mr. Okay. His name wasn't Mr. He almost got it, right?
Yeah.
His move wasn't Mr. It was just about there. No. His
Mr.
name
Just
was,
about there. It's crazy.
Just about there. No. His name was Mr. Perfect. All right. Perfect is my perfection. And I will select. And if it's not perfect, I will perfect. Perfection. That's Kurt Hennig. That's Mr. Perfect. Everything he does and did, rest in peace, was perfect. But that drop kick, man, would take your head off.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mr. Perfect, bro. What a name. That's up there with like Jerry West with Mr. Clutch.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect.
Well,
yeah.
Jerry West has one of the illest quotes of all time. Let's just be honest.
I love ending with a Laker quote. Please,
well,
go ahead.
Jerry West said, back in the day, everyone called themselves a dog, right? He goes, okay, but I was a wolf, all right? I ate dogs.
That man from West Virginia.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, dude.
So that was it. That we're not saying that these are the greatest drop kicks of all, but these are 5 that or 10 or however we had, because we had multiples in there. Drop kicks that we find aesthetically pleasing, that we found effective, that we like. So, of course, when this video goes out, drop in the comments. Tell us who we missed, because I know you will, and let us know. And if there's a move you want us to pick next, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We got a whole, what you want? Arm drags? You want arm bars? You want flying elbows? You want super kicks? You want full Nelsons? You want clotheslines? Whatever you guys want. We're a show of the people, for the people, by the people, because we are the people.
That's right. And we, the people, are done for the day.
Yeah.
So, TJ, can you please let these people know where to find us?
Oh, yeah, man. So if you're on Twitter, on X, you can look us up at There's No Contest. Now on Instagram and TikTok, we're at No Contest Wrestling Podcast, because I couldn't get anything smaller than that when I made up. You can always find our videos on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Just go there, look up No Contest. Make sure you subscribe. And also, when you go to Apple, when you go to Spotify, when you go to Amazon Music, wherever, make sure that not only do you like the pod, but you download it. Subscribe, download it. Just take it all in, baby. That's what she said.
Well, for my podcast partner, my tag team partner, the best in the world, TJ Jefferson, I'm O'Shea Jackson Jr. This concludes our episode of the No Contest Wrestling Podcast.
And by the way, that's partner with an A.
Yeah.
Not a hard ER.
Not with a hard ER. Partner with an A. Anyway, guys, make sure y'all have a good day, but not too good, because who the hell do you think you are?
Bye, Miss Parker.
Bye, Miss Parker.